So this is the EUROCOM Shark 4. I'm going to give you a quick rundown on the specs, the ports, the size, and then I'm going to take you inside and show you some of the upgradable components, such as the storage, the memory, the wireless. The display is also upgradable. The battery is also easily removable. So I'm just going to show you around quickly. I'm going to show you the ports first, and as you can see to the left of the system right now is the AC adapter. It's a 120 watt AC adapter. So here's the back of the unit. As you can see, there's two vents to either side of the ports and the power connection in the back. The ports in the back here are a USB 3, an HDMI 1.4a port, a mini display port, and also on the very right you can see the AC adapter plug-in. So here are the ports on the right of the system, going from left to right. On the very left you can see a SIM card slot. That is for a mobile 4G through LTE internet service on the go. To get that technology working, you'd have to configure one of the 3 available M.2 card slots with a special module, and then you'd put the SIM card in the right into that port there, and then you would get internet on the go, which is a fantastic feature. To the right of that port is a 6-in-1 card reader, a USB 3 port, a VGA, external VGA port, and an RJ45. So zooming in on the left of the system here, you can see the ports going from left to right. On the left is a Kensington Lock port, so you can lock your system and not have to worry about it being stolen. And there are 2 USB 3 ports, and then there's an SPDIF, a Sony Philips digital interface port, along with a headphone and a microphone. We included the SPDIF port to give you more options if you want to connect this system to a home theater or a sound system. It gives you better audio out capabilities. And to the right of those ports you can also see the optical disk drive. That is an important feature because we're finding more and more laptops are going away from the optical disk drive. So if that's something you need, then this is one of the few systems you can get with that feature. Another option that also gives you is the ability to configure a special hard drive bracket or storage drive bracket to go in place of the optical drive to give you even more storage capability. I will get into that a little later. So looking at the front of the system here, you can see the 15.6-inch Full HD display. You can pick between matte or glossy. Then going down, you see the very nicely designed power button and the beautiful keyboard. It's got very good quality, feels very nice. It's one of our nicest keyboards in my opinion. It's also just got a nice clean touchpad, 2 buttons, and the fingerprint reader here. As you can see, it's got the Onkyo speakers. It's also got an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 960M graphics card on board. It also has Sound Blaster 2 Cinema audio, and it is configured with an HDMI port as well. So as you can see with the design of this laptop, it's very classy design, very nice lines to it, nice aggressive grills in the back, nice black matte finish, very nice design, very sturdy structure. Now I'm going to take you inside the system to show you how easy it is to upgrade it. I'm also going to go through a few different configuration options that you can pick at the time of purchase. So first I'm going to have to flip it over and undo the bottom panel. So now I've got the system flipped over. You can see the battery here, easily removable with 2 screws. We have many customers who buy multiple batteries just because they're on the go a lot and they require extra power. So it's easily removable with 2 screws right here. It is a 6-cell lithium-ion battery pack, which should get you 280 minutes of battery power. In terms of power, in conjunction with that, obviously we have an AC adapter, 120 watt AC adapter, very thin. nice long cord for extra convenience as well. Very small AC adapter, easy to carry around. So one of the first things we always do when we go inside of a system is the system is on, as you can see with the gray color, it's on an ESD mat, and I'm also going to connect myself and ground myself to ensure I don't damage any of the components inside. Very small chance that I would do so, but when dealing with a lot of different computers in a day, and them being very expensive and high quality, I don't want to potentially damage them by shorting out any of the systems. So first things first, I'm going to remove the battery. 2 quick screws. And the battery just easily goes right out. Very light battery pack. The system is quite a light system. It is only 2.5 kilograms. So to get the whole entire bottom panel off, every screw you see in the bottom has to be removed. They've already been removed just for convenience sake, but there's a screw here, here. I'm just going to go around and show you where they are. So as you can see, the optical drive goes here, and that screw there holds the optical drive in. So to replace it, you just take the screw out here, and you can pop that out, and if you want to put the additional storage drive in, that's an easy upgrade option there. So now I'm just going to go home, and this is all clipped down as well, so I'm just going to take the bottom panel off. A little bit of a trick I learned is kind of going through it this way. So you can pop the corner, and then you want to kind of lift the right side off, and it kind of clips in here along the audio ports, and you just have to kind of lift it off that way. So here's the other side of the bottom panel, just to give you a good look. As you can see with the vents here, these vents are here to give you good air ventilation through the system. It has like I said, it's got a 960 graphics card and an i7 processor, so under a heavy load or gaming or things like that, it's quite powerful, so it does need to be vented. So just going around a few of the components. Here and here are obviously the fans to cool down these 2 copper heat sinks here that are keeping the CPU and GPU cool. The battery goes here. Here are the 2 RAM sticks. This system can take 2 8 gig RAM sticks, so you can have 16 gigs of RAM. You can do single sticks and obviously 2 sticks depending on how much RAM you need. Here is the existing hard drive. It also takes an M.2 storage drive, which is right here. So just give you a bit of information on the storage in terms of this system. So it's got one 2.5 inch 9.5 or 7 millimeter storage drive. So that's this one here. It also has the optical drive Caddy, which can be replaced with a 7 mil storage drive. So it's too thin, it does not support a 9.5 mil, just a 7. And it also takes an M.2 storage drive here. These are extremely fast. It's a new storage drive interface. It's very small. It's a solid state storage drive. We have many different options when you want to build your system. We offer Samsung 850 EVOs, Plextor PX brand, Micron M600, in a variety of different sizes from 120 all the way up to 512 gigs. Extremely fast drives. In terms of speed, it can go from SATA 6 gigabytes per second all the way up to PCIe times 4. So you're getting fantastic storage performance. I recommend a lot of our customers who need really quick speeds to put their OS and different software onto the M.2 storage drive, and then put a large 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte drive here just for all your data. And if you need more storage drive too, I recommend getting the storage drive Caddy in your optical drive. Let me take it out of the protective shielding here and show it to you. Quite simple. The storage drive slides in here, and then it connects to the computer using here. I'm going to show you how to upgrade it in a second, along with all the other storage and memory in a second here. So here's a zoom in on the optical drive here. As I said before, when the back panel is on, there's one screw that holds it in place here. So now that that screw is removed, you just have to gently pull it out. It disconnects right here, and then it just easily slides out. Now, you need to put the drive into the Caddy first, and then install the Caddy into the slot. So I'm just going to show you how to do that quickly here first. So here is the Caddy here, and here's just a lock hard drive. Right now we're dealing with a HGST 1 terabyte hard disk drive. So it just quickly slides in like this, and then it screws 1, 2, 3, 4 in the back to securely hold it in. So here are my 4 silver hard drive screws. I'm just going to screw those into the back just to show you how it's done. Now that the storage drive is screwed down and in place, I'm going to slide it into the system. So here's a look at the other direction. So here is where the optical drive goes. Here's the storage drive Caddy with the storage drive installed. So all I got to do is slide it in and screw it down. And then it clips into the back here, so you just have to be gentle. Just push it forward. And then just when you install the back panel, make sure that screw going through the back panel is sturdy and is tightened, and it will hold that in place. Perfect. And now you just upgraded your storage. So again, here you have the 7 mil drive, so you can go all the way up to a 1 terabyte option. There's many options at 7 mil. That's kind of the new standard now. So you can go all the way up from 500 gig hard drive to 1 terabyte SSD or 1 terabyte spinning disk drive as well. So there are a lot of options there. Very easy upgrade to give yourself storage, or if you want, you can buy both, and depending on what you need in terms of optical drive or extra storage, you can easily swap it in and out as you wish. So now that we've upgraded the optical drive to give you more storage, I'm going to upgrade the existing hard drive, or just to show you how you can. So you could buy the system with 1 spinning disk hard drive, no M.2 on optical drive, and then later if you need more storage, you can buy another hard drive, you can buy an M.2, whatever you want. You can also just configure it with an M.2 drive from us and go on from there. Whatever you want, that's what we're here for. So first I'm just going to show you how to remove this existing drive so that you can put another one in. So to remove it first, you got to take off these 2 back screws. And then the entire bracket just slides back. So it sits in a bracket itself. So the drive comes with a little shield bracket on the back, just so you can, grab it with the plastic and pull it out if you want. Just screw it in. It's got 4 screws to hold the bracket in place. And I'm just going to show you how you can get this off and put new drives in. And there's a little bit of a twist with the 7 to the 9 mil drives. So first I got to get it off. And the drive just slides out. You can see it's got these pads here. So this drive here is a 9.5 mil drive, so it fits in there nicely with these small ones. So to fit a 7 mil drive in, you'd have to put these. It's like a sticky foam, a sticky part on the one end. So you just put it down here, and that allows the drive to line up perfectly and fit perfectly in the bracket. and not move around and fit very snugly. So you don't want your, because there's actually discs moving around in here, you don't want it moving as much. You want it to fit snug and also have a little bit of, shock absorption from the pads. So I'm just going to show you how to reinstall the drive and upgrade your own storage. So one of the main things, you have to make sure this plastic flap as it's screwed down. So you have to screw the plastic flap with that one screw here. Then you have to fit the next screw in place in there. So just make sure that's your first screw you use. So that's in. So now just I gotta do the rest of the three. So just the opposite of how I installed it. It'll just slide into the back here, push in, and then two screws. There we go, very easy. Now on to the M.2 SSD Storage. So as I said before, you can put a SATA 6 GB per second drive in here, PCIe ×2 or PCIe ×4, whatever you choose. Very easy to take out and replace these. It's just one screw at the back, and then it pops up, much like a RAM stick, and you pop it out. This system has many different M.2 storage drive options, like I read off before. Also different sizes. As you can see, the mounting hole, this can move, so you can get different lengths of drive. So I'm just going to show you how to reinstall. Just gently press it in, push it down. Make sure the screw is perfectly aligned at the back, and gently tighten it. It doesn't need to be exceptionally tight. So now we're going to turn our focus to the memory. So as I said before, there are two memory SODIMM slots for up to 16 gigs of memory. At this point, there are two 8 gig crucial DDR3 1866 modules in there, 1600 modules in there. I'm just going to show you how to easily remove them and do a quick upgrade. You can order it with one memory module or two in a variety of different sizes. Like everything at EUROCOM, it's up to the customer's choice. Alright, so see how easy it is to take them out. Now I'm just going to put them back in. So start with the low one first. Place it in so it's nice and snug, and press it down to clip. Same thing with the top. Very easy. And clipped. Okay, so now that when you're finished all the upgrades, to put the the bottom panel back on, you just make sure you gotta fit the audio ports underneath the plastic. Place it down like this. Make sure it's clipped in all around, and then make sure all the screws are put back in. Reinstall the battery like that. Screw it in with the two screws, and you're good to go.
We'll put the full specs of the system along with links back to the website in the video description. If you have any questions, let us know. Please subscribe.